Welcome. Welcome to the 55th Annual Top 100 Banquet, an event of the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce and sponsored by many of the local businesses as seen on your program. I am Kathy Sherman, Chamber President, and on behalf of the Chamber Board of Directors and the ambassadors, I welcome you here this evening. We are honoring 108 of the top Scholastic students from Lehman Catholic High School, Piqua City Schools, the Upper Valley Career Center, and Sydney Christian Academy. This evening is to give recognition to and celebrate your scholastic achievement. We have many family members and guests in the audience, including parents, grandparents, siblings, and school staff who want to be here this evening to honor your accomplishment. Special guests have joined me at the head table, and I would like to introduce them at this time. To my immediate right is Piqua City Schools Superintendent Dwayne Thompson, Piqua High School Principal Rob Messick, Lehman Catholic High School President Josh Ader, Superintendent of the Upper Valley Career Center, Dr. Nancy Luce, and Supervisor of Instruction and Safety of Upper Valley Career Center, Joe Davis. To my immediate left is Chairman of the Board of the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce, Jim Oda. Our keynote speaker for the evening, Sonia Holycross. And our lead sponsor for the Top 100 program year after year, Dan French of the French Oil Mill Machinery Company. Before Jim Oda provides our invocation, I would like to ask Dan French to come forward for a few opening words.
Thank you, Kathy. As I look out over this room, this is going to be a great evening. Look at you all. That's a happy-looking crowd and expectant. We'll try not to disappoint. It's a pleasure and certainly an honor for the French Oil Mill Machinery Company and for me to be the lead sponsor for this very important event. Our company and our people strongly support educational excellence. Our businesses, our community, and our nation certainly need the best and the brightest to help us move forward and to confront the domestic and foreign challenges which lie ahead. This evening, you students and your parents and mentors and support systems are being honored by the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce and the Piqua community for sustained scholastic achievement. And that's a really big deal. Congratulations to all of you. Students are often honored in other ways for sports and physical achievements. Those are good, but your mind usually lasts longer than your body, so mental achievements are an even higher honor. I'm a product of Piqua City Schools. Then I finished my schooling in other states. I joined the U.S. Air Force and served 5 years on active duty in various states and countries. I returned to Piqua to work in our family business, but I also served 23 more years in the Air Force Reserve. I sought wide experiences and have learned about other people, other places, and other cultures, and those have all helped me in my chosen career. I've also worked hard and have been fortunate and have done pretty well. I urge you students to get out of your comfort zone, to seek out experiences which will expand your horizons. Go to college in another city or state if you can. Learn a trade and work with your hands. Join the military or the Peace Corps or VISTA or some other means to give back to this great nation of ours and to broaden your experiences. And remember two very important concepts. The first one is to persevere, to stick with it, to weather the storm, be resilient, and press on towards your goals. Your grades have earned you a place at tonight's banquet, so that means that you're off to a good start on perseverance. And our speaker this evening will also have some words on perseverance that will be well worth hearing. The second is to work to make things better. We only go through this life once, so we need to make the best of our journey. And it feels good to leave your mark by improving the things you touch. President Abraham Lincoln said, "I have an irrepressible desire to live till I can be assured that the world is a little bit better for my having lived in it." His life was cut short, of course, by an assassin, but he most assuredly made our nation better. If you persevere and contribute your talents, experiences, and time to make a community a better place, wherever that may be, then please come back to Piqua and join in the work to make Piqua a better community. And then, maybe someday, you can stand here and say, "Congratulations, Top 100 students and parents and mentors. You've worked hard to get here tonight. Enjoy and savor your evening. You deserve it."
Now for our invocation. Jim, if you would come forward, please.
If you would all bow your heads, please. Dear Lord, thank you for the food we're about to consume. Thank you for the schools and the faculty you have given us. Thank you for these students who have such an outstanding record of scholarship. We ask you to guide them and to protect them. We ask you to bless all those that are here tonight and those who are unable to be with us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Jim. We will now proceed with dinner that will be served to you by the Honor Society students of Piqua Junior High. Following dinner, we will be moving into the Center for Performing Arts for the award ceremony. Our chamber ambassadors will escort our top 100 students first and then ask that everyone proceed to the CPA. After the students have been seated, we will begin the most important part of the evening, recognizing our outstanding young men and women. Please enjoy dinner.
Welcome again. And now we will begin the most important part of the evening, our award ceremony. Our first recipient of the top 100, and I ask that you hold your applause until the very last award recipient is named, is Hannah Anderson. Kenzie Anderson. Casey Arnett. Tessa Arnett, and she is a 4-year recipient. Caitlin Arthur. Caitlin Bachman. Skylar Baker, who was not able to be with us tonight. Kale Barr. Karina Basura. Alexandria Bauman. Tyler Bolin. Madison Bolin. Allison Bornhorst a 4-year recipient. Amber Brady, and she was not able to be with us tonight. Grace Bryant, a 4-year recipient. Kara Burns, also a 4-year recipient. Dylan Cheney, who was not able to be here tonight, and Emily Cisco, who was also not available to be with us tonight. Grace Clark. Maisie Coates, who was not with us tonight, and Taylor Cooper also could not attend tonight. James Coots, Brandon Cox, and he was not able to attend. Cameron Darner, Mason Darner, Stephen Dolder, Jackson Elliott, Thomas Fletcher, Zachary Fletcher, Natalie Fote, Trinity Foster, Alexa Gastelou, Ethan Jadivan, a 4-year recipient. Clayton Graves, John Greer, Catherine Haynes, Sydney Hawk, Madison Hazeltine, Jalen Hensley, Lauren Hicks, Jenna Heiser, Marshall Hollis, who could not attend tonight, as well as James Holthouse. Decker Jackson, Austin Jenkins, Autumn Jenkins, Brooklyn Jolly, Xander Jones, Jordan Karn, Micah Karn, who could not attend tonight, Alyssa Keeler, Keenan Kelly, Lillian Kirk, Bryce Kohler, Kyler Coomer, Melina Langston, Caitlin Lear, Tamuna Van Villissimi, Andrea Mars, Samantha Martin, Zane Mason, Lauren McFarland, who could not attend tonight, as well as Michael McFarland, Aiden Meyer, Abigail Miller. Allison Miller. Grace Monin, a 4-year recipient. Brooklyn Moore. Colin Moore. Raina Morrow, who could not attend tonight, as well as Gracie Moat. Ashley Murphy. Michaela Neal. Camilla Nicholas. Colleen O'Leary. Alexis Perkins. Grace Pleasant. Hannah Pleasant. Macy Poling. Lane Reedy. Isabella Reyes. Alyssa Richard. Madeline Rohrbach. Christina Rohr. Nakia Ross, who could not attend tonight. Zachary Sale. Kyra Slogetter, who could not attend tonight. Devin Seaver. Kelsey Shepard. Reagan Sloan. Skylar Sloan, who could not attend tonight. Hunter Smith. Christian Starrett. Chloe Stewart. Ariana Stockton. Kyrie Tips. Reagan Toops. Paula Untucked. Lucia Veal. Jacob Ward. Reagan Weaver. Micah Wellman. Brianna Whirling. Andrew Wiles. Connor Williams, who could not attend tonight. Anna Willoughby. Brooklyn White. And Quentin Yakub, who could not attend tonight. If you would give a big round of applause. Congratulations, students. I would like to now introduce our keynote speaker, Sonia Holycross. She is Education and Development Director for Partners in Hope. Please welcome Sonia Holycross.
Good evening. I would first like to thank the Piqua Chamber of Commerce for allowing me to have this opportunity. I would also like to acknowledge the teachers and other faculty members that have helped these young people and so many others achieve the honor of a good education. Education can be a key to opportunity, choice, and independence. Because of these amazing educators, you all have mastered your journey thus far, and there is no doubt that you will have continued success. Congratulations to all of you, as you have earned the title of the top 108 students from your prospective schools. This is an achievement that is worthy of recognition and celebration. Not only have you completed a major milestone in your lives, but you 108 have excelled above the rest of your classmates. If we could take a second to look around, let's acknowledge who sits among us tonight. Take notice that we are in fact a diverse group of people. Despite our differences of race, gender, religion, economic background, we are all here tonight celebrating for the same reason, the achievement of academic excellence. Together we can change the world. If I may read an excerpt from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, An American Dream. All I'm saying simply is this, that all life is interrelated, and we are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. For some strange reason, I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. And you can never be what you ought to be until I am what I ought to be. This is the interrelated structure of reality. John Donne caught it years ago and placed it in graphic terms. No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. And he goes on toward the end to say this: any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind. Therefore, never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. I think this is the first challenge and is necessary to meet in order to move on toward the realization of the American dream, the dream of men of all races, creeds, national backgrounds living together as brothers. Unfortunately, as human beings, we spend way too much time arguing and or reacting about our differences. This is what's wrong with our society now. We forget that despite our differences, we are all human and have certain human basic needs. Air, food, love, and the desire to flourish are things we all experience and need. This busy world does a great job of keeping us all so entertained and occupied, we often lose sight of our commonalities. So my most important advice to you is this: remember your connectedness to one another and the power it holds. Be the leaders the world needs today. Be mindful and respectful of yesterday. Learn from past mistakes and take advice from those whom have traveled the same path. Embrace what is good and healthy, but work hard to break all old ways of thinking that hurt or alienate our connectedness. The time is yours. You can change our culture to reflect our hearts, not our fears. Don't give away your power. Hold it, use it, and multiply it by loving others. This reminds others that they too are amazing and wonderful, as love is the universal and most powerful gift that we are blessed to give and receive. When I was asked to speak to some of the smartest young minds today, I jumped at the chance. See, I was not anywhere near a top student in my high school days. Although I hold a bachelor's degree and associates in organizational management and social work, my life has not always been stable. I did not always make clear, well thought out decisions. I was like most of the world. I allowed pain, ignorance, fear, and envy shape my perception and judgment of things that were different than myself. I spent my Piqua High School years focusing on my differences and what I thought at the time were deficiencies. Things like which table I sat at, to the designer of my clothes and shoes. Even my bus stop and my free lunch pass left me feeling like I didn't fit in. So as the story goes, I felt like I had no choice. I ironically chose to spend my time fighting, smoking cigarettes, and making jokes to disturb the kids that made a choice to learn. Kids like you all. Again, I assumed I was the only different one in class. This thinking led me to dropping out. Despite obtaining my GED, not getting my high school diploma has always been something I regret. Much like all of you hardworking students, I wanted more for my life and my 5 children. So I kept my focus on the future and began my journey to break poverty for myself and my kids. I could not have done this alone, as there were many amazing people that encouraged and helped me along the way. Working full-time and being a full-time student and mother was one of the most exhausting experiences in my life, yet it made me who I am today. Getting my degree opened up so many resources that allowed me to break generational patterns. I made college and stability more than a dream for my children. I made it a reality. Through my failures and successes, they have seen firsthand that it takes commitment, discipline, support to achieve anything in life. You too will have many goals and life lessons to go through. So try not to get caught up in finishing, as the race is life. So slow down and embrace little moments along the way. Young people, well, for that matter, all people, it's okay to disconnect from the fast-paced world of social media and technology. The amounts of likes you have do not determine your worth. Believe it or not, if you could truly step back and look outside yourselves, there's a whole amazing, beautiful world out there beyond your social media friends list. Go and explore it, because it will make you realize just how good you have it at home. Remember to always think of the impact your choices will have, not only on yourself, but on the world. Being able to sleep peacefully through the night is an earned privilege with every choice you'll make in life. So take your time and think things through, both in the virtual and real world. Technology will only be as good as the user, so use it for good. There is no one way or right way to achieve your goals and live your best life. Don't compare yourself to others, as we all have our own time, so be patient with yourself. Higher education is what I needed to reach my goals in life, but not everyone is or has to go to college to be successful. Do what's best for you and your futures. Students, please take a second to acknowledge your support groups that got you here today. Literally, take a second, look at those people, give them a shout out. Give them a round of applause if they're here. I'll start you. It's okay. This is your foundation. Remember all that they have done and sacrificed for you to be here tonight. Your parents, grandparents, family members, friends, and teachers. These amazing people have set you up for success and helped to instill in you all you need to be successful. Hold on to these relationships no matter what, because these relationships are a reflection of who you are. If you ever start to feel lost as you set out in this big world, these are the people that will remind you of home. Their love for you is everlasting. I was born right here in Piqua, Ohio, but I've been to many schools in many states, and I can honestly say there's no place like home. That's right. I remember being a young woman with big city dreams. Yet 15 years later, I find myself right back in Ohio, miles away from my birth home, helping to address poverty one individual at a time. For me, and maybe for some of you, chasing your dreams doesn't mean moving away, but rather it may be just to figure out what your dreams really are. I used to blame my location for the lack of my success and boredom. I would think, man, if I could just get back to Chicago or California, then my life would be better, and off I would go. No, turns out it wasn't any better. I realized that I needed to look within myself, and I knew in my heart I needed to be a part of the change around me wherever I was. It turns out that being able to give back to my community, my foundation, has given me a deeper connection and a sense of fulfillment. It's okay to venture off and explore the world. Just try not to run away from your problems. Face them first, because they will follow you. Speak your truth, young people, now, today. Don't be afraid. I promise you will never be alone. In fact, you're only alone when you choose to be silent. Stop giving your power away to your oppressor by being the victim. Be the victor for yourself and a hero for someone else by breaking the cycle of pain and abuse. Just speak up. Stop downplaying what you know is right, because there are so many people around you doing and accepting what's wrong. This is the true test of who you are. Life will constantly be testing your character. Stand out, yet stand together. Be accepting and grateful for what you have, good or bad, because it's helped to shape you into the person you are today. Learn to forgive and let go, because holding on to past hurts only takes away your power to be wasted, as it's dead weight which will only keep you stuck. People need one another to succeed or fail. Relationships can be amazing or destroy who you are. My daughter told me she heard someone saying on the radio, your quality of life will only be as good as your ability to create and sustain relationships. This is such a true statement. So don't be in a rush to mesh with someone before you know who you really are. Live life and love yourself fully before you dare love another, and allow yourself the time to know the difference between a crush and true love, as both are necessary to experience. One day when you reflect upon your lives, it will be the memories, not the achievements, that will warm your heart. The experiences, failures, and comebacks will be the stories your children will pass on and hold dear. Your legacy will be not what you have, but more of how you got it and what you did with it. I will leave you with a quote that I feel best summarizes the wonder of our connectedness, from Marianne Williamson's book, A Return to Love. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Be fearless and stand united. Thank you.
Sonia, as a thank you for your speech, which was over the top, thank you. I'm going to present Dwayne Thompson, the superintendent for the Piqua City Schools.
Good evening, Sonia. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. On behalf of the Piqua Board of Education, I would like to present you with your honorary diploma from the Piqua City Schools.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. As much trouble as I caused in my high school days, I have to dedicate this to my mother. Mom, I'm so sorry. I learned my lessons, and this is for you. Thank you, guys.
This is the envelope if you're going to put it in there.
I'm going to call Jim Oden to the podium for closing remarks.
We've talked this evening about your scholarship, your hard work, your study, but the one thing we have not mentioned is how good looking all of you are. A lot better than last year. Sincerely, I'd like to thank the staff and the Redcoats of the Chamber of Commerce for all their hard work. I'd like to thank the schools for allowing this to happen in their facilities. And we talk about where you're going to go from here. You all know individually where you're going to go, where you want to go. And you know something? You're going to get there. So congratulations and have a safe trip home. You can stand up and leave now.
Nice job, nice job.